It makes me pretentious. Maybe it makes me elitist. I just don't think it really impacts people's lives in a real way.
This is the pretentiousness that is so baked into democratic politics that drives people crazy. I'm telling you, hey, I don't understand this and it makes me feel a little uncomfortable. And you're going, no one really cares about this. This is not a big deal. Right. What do you care about
It's like shut up and dribble.
Shut your mouth and dribble. And the
I'm asking questions?
And the second you do that to the majority of the country, which is what you're doing, they start going, man, f these guys. Let's Trump fix this whole these went too far.
Ruslan.
The post-election infighting / post-mortem conversations about why the left lost have been chef's kiss. But Andrew Schulz sitting down with Charlamagne the God, who definitely caped for Harris campaign and the left, was great in that Charlamagne agreed and conceded to a point made by Schulz on specifically why it was such a landslide victory for those on the left. And I thought this was great. I thought there was humor to it. He talked about this on the Flagrant, but I wanted to see him discuss it with Charlamagne because I thought this was a great conversation.
This is the problem with Democrats. You can be weird or you can be pretentious, but you can't be both. And Democrats are weird and pretentious, right? Like a good example, we were talking about this on Flagrant. Remember that stupid haircut I had?
Sure.
You remember where I shaved the sides?
Oh, yeah.
Which one? You've had a few.
Yeah, but the stupidest one. The one where I basically...
So does he hate that haircut now? Because he was
The haircut was always a troll.
It was always a troll?
Yeah.
It was like a bowl cut. Yeah.
It was for a roll.
Right. If somebody came up to me like, why do you have the haircut? And I was like, what, do you not understand fashion? Do you not understand luxury?
It's pretty bad. Okay, so the side's not bad, but when you start getting here, wow.
Yeah.
That is...
Someone said the neo-Nazi cut.
Yeah, I mean, that's what people were comparing him to.
Yep.
I'm glad that mustache didn't get any shorter.
Yeah. Okay, so now go back and listen to what he says.
How dare you judge his haircut? People would be like, shut the up, bro. You got a weird haircut. Stop acting like... And that's Democrats. But if somebody came up to me and they're like, what's up with that haircut? And I go, I know it's kind of odd. It's just a fucking weird thing. I was trolling people and like people really annoyed about it, so I just doubled down. Then immediately those people go, oh, I get it. That's kind of fine. If you disagree with Democrat rhetoric, some of it, not all of it, some of the rhetoric, the extreme rhetoric, the reaction is, what are you, a Nazi? What are you, hateful? What are you, a bigot?
Well, we've been doing that to each other. But see, that's...
I'm not saying Republicans don't do it. I'm just saying that this is the reaction.
Ain't that good? Ain't that good? Ain't that a good analysis?
Yeah. You can't be pretentious and stupid.
You can't do something wild and out there and goofy.
Yeah.
And then when someone goes, wait, why are you doing that? And then you gaslight them and tell them that they're sick and wrong and how dare you not understand.
Well, and that the practical shift with that was with all the LGTV stuff when it went from just like just leave us alone.
Just leave us alone. We just want to do our own thing. Don't worry about what we're doing.
Yeah. That's
so like you gotta affirm
that's
us.
the weird but not pretentious.
Yes.
And then it became like, we are protected class. You need to affirm us. You're a phobe. You're all this. And then that became weird and pretentious. And then we're like, okay,
100%.
Slow it down.
Now he goes and gives some good examples here.
To do is when you have some things that aren't really common sense, latinx, when you have some things that are just...
They sacrifice it all at the altar of identity.
But why aren't you listening to Latinos?
But
Latinos were the main people saying don't use Latinx.
Because they don't care.
You even keep saying Latinx. I never even heard that term.
I know. It's just the whole thing. Like, for example, remember when there was like these stories of like the drag queens teaching teaching kids how to read?
Yes.
And if a dad or mom goes, yo, why are there drag queens teaching kids how to read?
Don't call me homophobic,
because
transphobic because of that shit.
Explain that. It's weird. It's not like we ain't all go to kindergarten.
And maybe this makes me pretentious. Maybe it makes me elitist. I just don't think it really... Look, I just talk...
Tell no, Chris, I want you to finish what you're about to say. You don't...
His producer stands on business? His producer stands on...
He calls him out because he makes a statement. He's like, that is what I'm talking about.
Think it what?
Impacts people's lives in a real way.
But it impacted the election.
Okay.
Even if it don't impact your life, it impacted the election.
So he's saying, hey, transports, Latinx, drag queen story hour.
It's not that bad.
Stop. It's not that bad. It's such a small percentage. Listen, biological men competing against biological women, it's such a small percentage. It's not even going to impact anybody. There's like a couple hundred of those athletes out there.
Yeah.
Right? And so this is what we're talking about. For far too long, the bar for Christians has been set low. More Christians are skipping church, watching online, too busy for group, and not serving in their local church communities. They go about their lives not feeling connected to Jesus, and in turn, their salvation goes unnoticed by their unsaved peers. They've become indistinguishable from the world around them. We need to shift from asking, what is the bare minimum I can do for Christ, and start asking, what would it look like to live a life entirely devoted to Him? 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 12 describes a life that seems to have been forgotten. Live such good lives among the pagans that though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day He visits us. So join me and my favorite pastors, podcasters, and performers March 27th through 29th at the Bless God Summit in Southern California, and discover your personal ministry, calling, and purpose when living in complete devotion to Jesus.
Biggest cop out.
No,
This is
no,
the
it's not
biggest
a cop.
cop. No, I'm telling you it is, because when you say it doesn't impact people's lives, may I finish?
It doesn't.
May I finish?
Yeah.
If you just double down. What you're telling me, this is the messaging I get, right?
Right.
I'm telling you, this is a deal to me. And what you're telling me is that I'm weird.
That is the 2024 presidential election in a nutshell.
Yep. One side just being like, it's not that big of a deal. This is great. Affirm me. And it's like, that's crazy.
And if people don't get that,
Yeah.
they don't understand. And this is, Schulz is, he's not a registered Republican. He's not a MAGA guy. I mean, he's kind of trolling now as a MAGA guy, but this is a guy, I mean, he's pro-choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this
It's not that crazy anymore to say you're kind of a MAGA guy.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
I'm saying like he's not like
a conservative.
he's not like a 2020 MAGA guy. He's not a Bryson Gray 2020
there's
MAGA
a huge
guy.
difference.
There's a huge difference there.
There
okay,
is.
we're gonna play some more of this.
This is the pretentiousness that is so baked into Democratic politics that drives people crazy. I'm telling you, hey, I don't understand this, and it makes me feel a little uncomfortable. And you're going, no one really cares about this. This is not a big deal.
Right.
What do you care about
It's
this?
like shut up and dribble. It's
Shut
like,
your mouth and
what you
dribble.
mean?
And the
'Cause I'm
second,
asking questions?
And the second you do that to the majority of the country, which is what you're doing, they start going, man, these guys. Let's Trump fix this whole. These went too far.
Is that not it?
Yeah, that's it.
It's not just folks in the South or folks in the Christian communities, or this is a lot of Gen Zers feel this way.
Yeah.
This is a lot of non-Christian folks feel this way. People were like, what are y'all doing? Like, shut up.
I can't even ask a question. When I do, they act like I'm stupid.
I don't think Schulz is wrong, Chris. I don't think
I'm
you're
just
wrong.
telling you.
I don't think you're wrong either.
First of all, I'm having a conversation. I'm not using that voice when I have it.
He's not talking about you.
Oh, he got his feelings hurt.
He's hurt. He's tight.
He got his feelings hurt.
He's hurt.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that what you're saying
Chris
is
fragile
I
right
know.
now. Chris is fragile. Chris is going to be okay.
Yeah. See, it's annoying. It's annoying when people act pretentious, huh?
Chris, you can't do this for 4 years. You're not going to make it, bro.
I'm telling you, get on
Stress
board.
yourself out, man.
Get on board.
So he's a big Harris guy.
Yeah.
That his producer there.
The cool thing about their dynamics together is that they're legitimately very opposing politically, but they're still friends and they can still sit down. And it's what they're all the podcasts, all their teams, they're like that because they're in New York City. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But there's a sense of like you can say the things Schulz is saying and not be canceled for them.
He said, you can't live like this. Get on board, man.
On board.
Wait, what?
Listen, it's
What?
just we're all Americans. We want what's best for America. Now, I like these conversations because guess what? There is a midterm in 2 years. Then there's another presidential election in 4 years. Maybe if he does the right thing.
Can I throw a real quick? Let me throw a real quick idea. Real quick idea. Wait, Chris. Real quick.
This is a good idea. Watch this.
If we get rid of term limits, bring Barack in for the third term.
Hello.
Yo,
Hello.
I'm in.
So he's saying if
Yeah,
Trump
yeah.
goes full
Dictator, bring in Barack, let them have it. One last duel. The final the final episode of the series. You know what I mean? And like let him rock out.
America, the soap opera. Yeah. The true.
I don't think it's gonna come to that. I don't think he's gonna stay. I think he's gonna be tired. I mean, he looks tired now.
Bro, he's
I
gonna
think
be old.
He's gonna be
like
old.
81,
Yeah, he's
82.
82, 83.
He's gonna be like Biden age, and,
Yeah.
and we better hope that he holds on like Bernie did,
Yeah.
and not like Biden did.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Comment down below and let me know what you think. And be sure to check out this video that YouTube is recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right? I'll see you over there. Peace.